All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of Let Me Tell You podcast presented by Token Network.
What's going on, guys?
This is Mateo. I'm Nick. If you guys don't know, we're at a different location than our first episode. This is my house. Well, what do you think of the new vibes
Little
here?
little new area. It's chill. I feel like we're gonna be bouncing around from place to place just because we're starting out. We don't have any like fancy studio like
Yeah,
TMG, bro. They have like what, like a set for every podcast they have.
dude. Yeah,
That's wild.
we added this board. This is a Jerry Lopez like surfboard foam board as a new table. It's like propped up on two chairs right now. We want to eventually turn it into a real table, but I think it's a cool addition.
Yeah. I because we're just like surfers here in San Diego, so we're like, bro, it'd be hella dope to just like have like a table as a surfboard, and we don't use this one anymore.
Yeah. This
So
one's
it's
kind of like
like
it
it's
has like
fine.
a big crack right here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, like we have to find a way to go to Home Depot and like actually make it a legit table. I'm not too handy like that,
Yeah.
but we'll find a
We'll
way.
make like legs and stuff and then make it like propped nice. But yeah, it'll be easy to travel with because we want to do like different like your place, my place. So we'll see.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, this
cool.
is episode 2. We're here. If you didn't catch the first one, go check it out. It's on YouTube, Spotify. We also are in the works of getting it on like Apple Podcasts and Google Play, things like that.
Yeah,
So check that
slowly but
out.
surely. But yeah, last episode was definitely like more like an intro introducing the both of us. This one's kind of gonna set the stage of like what we're gonna be talking about like as we move forward, just like things that are going around in pop culture in a sense.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So topic number 1 that we have is golf.
Yeah, golf, bro. We've
Man,
we both been on a golf grind. Especially him. He's been watching it, playing it like a
dude,
lot.
yeah, I've been really getting into it. I don't even know how it started. I guess it's just I went to the Farmers Insurance Open. I've been making TikToks
Yeah,
about that and like short form content about that too. But literally, me, my friend Mudo, and Brenner, like old Mateo's friend, same friend group
yeah.
here. But we went to this golf tournament, like it was a professional one at Torrey Pines, and I was like, dude, this looks really cool. Like I really just want to go and like look at the course. Like it's Torrey Pines, it looks really nice. And so that was my whole goal. Like I didn't really care about the golf. Then once we got there, bro, like the golf, they're so good, bro. And it just was just like, dude,
Was
it makes me want to like just hit the ball.
was there anyone that you knew?
Well, like the big names,
Because I
like
still didn't even hear about this because I
oh,
didn't
the
go.
tournament.
Like I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't know. It's just a good tournament. Like, there's just big names that were there, like
Okay.
Justin Thomas, like Don Ram, who's like he's been winning hella tournaments. Like, there's a lot of big golfers that even I recognize their names
Anyone from
slightly.
Good Good?
No, no
Good
good people, but
Good Golf.
dude, yeah, I don't know. They're super good. It was like an awesome day, and we were just watching golf all day. There's an Indian guy, Sahith Tagala. He's my new favorite.
Let's
He's
go.
a
Shout
rookie.
out.
He's sophomore year now. But yeah, I don't know. It was just really cool. So I was like, Brenner, like I really want to like play a real like round of golf. Like I've gone to the range. Like we have Top Golf back at
Yeah.
home, in Sacramento, which is fun.
It's
Like, what do you
it's
think of Top
fun.
Golf?
I like Top Golf a lot. I think like as I was starting out, I was like super bad, and I was always going for the driver because I was like,
Dude, literally
let's see
all I
how
hit was driver.
yeah, like let's see how far we can go. Like that's like all we want to do. But it makes sense at Top Golf. Like that's like the
Yeah.
whole point is to see how far you can go. I know there's people that like they'll go for the specific colors.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, like how do you do that? Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. But I do like Top Golf in the sense of like you go with a group,
Yeah.
they have food, they have drinks, so it's like that whole setting is like perfect. And you don't need to worry about like getting balls and all
Yep.
that stuff. So it's like already,
Dude, yeah. Yeah. They need one here in San Diego. I think it's coming soon, but they need one here.
Yeah, I think my friend was saying like 2024, which is
Yeah.
like hella far from now. And what was crazy was when I was in school in San Jose, they were building it, and then when COVID started is when they opened it.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to do it during my college time
They're
there.
expanding now. At one point, the only location in California was in Rockland, like where
That's
Sacramento area where we
crazy.
were from, and it's like of all like LA, like
Yeah.
the Bay Area, like that was the only one. But yeah, it's interesting. But anyways, like the tournament was fun. Going back to like the training ass, but I was like, I really want to like be good. So then like I
Yeah.
went with my friend Brenner to the driving range that we have here, and I went like 3 times or 4 times in 1 week, and I was like, all right, like let's go play a real course. And Mateo joined the process. So like,
Dude,
how
yeah.
was it?
For me, I like the process. I was starting out super slow, like I was not doing good, but then like these little tips and tricks that Brenner was giving, like it made it easy and comfortable to get started. But you're
Yeah.
picking it up just as fast too. Like how's your experience going?
It was like the smallest things. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. But then like I saw one TikTok that was like, because I've been like looking up videos stuff like that, and it was just
Yeah.
like you don't think about like when you shoot a basketball, you're not thinking about oh my elbow has to be here, my hand has to be here. Like when you're kicking a soccer ball, you're not thinking
You don't
about
think
my
about
plant
it.
foot has to be here. Like
Dude,
you just
that's a
kind of
hella
do
good
it.
point.
So then I was like obviously you take a practice swing, you think about everything, but then once you step up to it, like you kind of just have to let it flow. So that kind of helped me to like not overthink because I feel like I was overthinking a little bit.
Dude, yeah, that's like I get in my head too. In the beginning, I was getting through my head. I was like, okay, like I gotta like strain my arms. I gotta like make sure I'm looking at the ball, and like I gotta hit it at this power.
Yeah.
Those things. But I think the main reason we want to talk about this is because we've been seeing a lot of like, I guess
Yeah.
celebrities were already playing, but like DJ Khaled, bro, like he's been posting so much
Every
about it.
day. Like I've been Dude, I don't know. It just like once I started playing too, and then like started with Good, which is like a golf
Yeah.
channel. Like I was watching them here and there on YouTube. I was watching like actual tournaments, like the Genesis Open just happened with Tiger Woods. Like he was back and he played in it. So I've just been watching more golf. TikTok has been on my like the golf TikToks have been on my For You page. Just
Yeah.
my Instagram, bro. My recommended and like
Oh,
For You page.
it's all golf
It's
now?
all golf, dude.
Wow.
And
Watch, we're talking about it now. Mine's gonna show up. I have
yeah.
for right now. I have like surfing and pickleball as like all my
Oh,
reels, which is crazy because I played hella pickleball and like we do surfing, but I do want to get the golf stuff on there because I feel like
it's
that'd be
all
pretty
over. And
dope.
then part of that, yeah, it's DJ Khaled. Like you could tell it's new too for him, which is
Dude,
it's pretty
yeah.
cool. Like I was like, we're just starting out, and he's just starting out, and he's actually like pretty good. Like his videos, but like his sons are playing. Like his sons have their little stuff. Like he's been playing with professionals like John Daly, and just like it's just funny because it's DJ
You see
Khaled.
that recent video of his son just like hitting in the background, yellow missed the net, and, like hit
He
the
hit
wall, the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was hella funny.
Yeah, I think it's cool just seeing his journey too, because he throws up like 4 or 5 golf videos a day, and I'm just
Yeah,
like, dude,
I,
shout
I
out.
didn't think much of it because like he was posting these random videos of like him in the golf cart doing some heinous shit. Like
Yeah.
he'd fall like off like into the sand dune or something and be like just like casually like, oh, he's just like a celebrity playing golf. Like he's hella
He's
into
really
it.
into it, man. I think it's pretty dope too. And
Yeah.
if you haven't, like, I don't know, like Snapchat was that 2016, 2017 has been going crazy, and I haven't unfollowed, but I know a lot of people unfollowed. But I'm like, dude, go follow him back because
Dude,
he
yeah.
posts some funny stuff.
It's not like another one. Like it's literally him like actually trying the sport, which is actually awesome.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I don't know the golf. We've gone like 3 or 4 times now to actual like 18s,
Yeah.
or maybe 2 or 3 times, and like it's good. Like my whole goal too was just like if someone were to ask me to go golfing, like previous to this, I'd be like, oh, sorry, like I'm not that good. Like I don't know if I could go.
Dude,
And
yeah.
now if someone were to ask either of us, I think like obviously it wouldn't be crazy good, but like we can hold our own now. So like
I'd be
we can
very
go.
comfortable going, like
Yeah.
for sure. Like I definitely know like it can't be like a heinous like yardage. Like
Yeah.
I think the one that we did was like between 100 and 200 yards, which is like I think more than enough. Like we don't have to use like the driver all the time, but we
Yeah.
can if we need to. But no, it's been a good experience.
It's a big
So,
step. Just trying new things, and like
yeah,
that's a new
100%.
thing under our belt now, and something that like if there's no surf or it's a nice day, like now we can add golf to the list of like
Yeah,
hobbies.
especially now, like since it's been raining, like there's not much we can do. So there is actually like hood shades at the golf course
Oh no
or
way!
the range that we go to.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Mudo and Tyler went the other day. And
I saw them. It
I
was
was like,
raining.
wait, like you guys like pay to do that? Like, no, it's free. Like you just go under the like the top golf simulator
That's
ones.
crazy.
So I was like, that's pretty cool.
Dude, yeah, but golf, shout out, stay tuned. Like we're just gonna start going a little
Dude,
bit
yeah.
more often. My next step is at clubs, and I'm like, dude, that's like the I've been
That's
looking
the
on
investment.
OfferUp.
That's the investment, bro.
I've been looking on OfferUp and like thinking of like surfing, like this cheap Costco board. Not that it was cheap; it's a really nice board, but it's like $100 board from Costco, entry
Yeah.
level. And I kind of want to find the equivalent to that on OfferUp, but like I don't know,
And you know what-
or just go the whole way. And
You know what's
pay.
crazy too? I was just thinking about like golf, like especially with Toka too. Like it's all about networking. Like
Yeah.
people are golfing more for business matters, and
Yep.
like I think that's why like it's great to get started because you never know who's gonna ask you.
Yep.
And like I think you brought up a good point. Like now I'm comfortable to play. Like I think you're comfortable to play. So it's just like
Yeah.
one of those things. Just the clubs. That's the investment.
Yeah, once you have the clubs, then you can
Fuck.
go. Even my aunt's always said it. She works in medical sales, and I don't know if she was talking about it for work or just personal, but she was like, I really want to know like how to play golf or take a couple lessons. So like boys and girls, like either way, like get yourself on the course. I mean, a lot of the reels and TikToks have been like female golfers too. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
But-
that's been a huge thing. There's
yeah.
that one girl on TikTok. I mean, I don't think she's verified yet, but like she has a huge following. Everybody knows
Is she
that. Like,
Asian, right?
No.
Oh.
I seen that one, but this
She's, like,
one's
big
the
time
white
now.
girl that like she's been playing, and like it's just every day she's consistent. That's the only thing that matters with TikTok. Every day she posts,
Yeah.
and I mean she's been killing it. And I think she's sponsored by like TaylorMade or something like that. I
Oh.
could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
But,
shout out. Golfing for networking, man. Add it to the list. If
For
you're trying to
real.
meet more people or make more business moves, golfing is definitely good to have under your belt.
Dude, I know this topic's not on here, but it made me think about it. Was the Snapchat with DJ Khaled and like how like he's using that like what would you call that section, like subscription or story,
Yeah.
like or what's new, like all that area with the big rectangle.
Mhm.
So I found out the other day that like there are content creators that are exclusive to Snapchat.
Yeah. They're trying to make it a resurgence right now.
Dude,
Have you been seeing that?
Yeah, so like I see David Dobrik all the time.
Yep.
I see Zayn Hijazi all the time, and basically it's like a vlog
Yeah.
of their whole day, but not even video. It's just always just like
Pictures.
photos, pictures, and it makes me think like they're not on Instagram posting this.
Yeah.
So they're exclusive to Snapchat.
I think there's some sort of incentive there because there's this YouTuber Kais Omar too, and a lot of times like he posts like he's like a sneaker YouTuber, so he has like, a
Yeah.
bunch of sneaker content and like fits and stuff, and he'll just throw up like a random like basically like a photo dump, and it's not current pictures. It's pictures from like last year or whatever, and he just adds like 10 to 15, and I think to get you to scroll. And you can set your thumbnail. I'm pretty sure on Snapchat like
Yeah, like
that.
a lot of them are clickbaity. Like I know
Yeah,
for David Dobrik, he puts like
Jason
Kurnikov
Nash,
or
like
Jason
same type
Nash.
of
Like,
vibe.
yeah. So I've seen them too.
I wonder
That's
what they're
crazy.
getting
But
paid though, or like if it's
dude,
views, because there's some sort of incentive. Because like Kais Omar's been talking about it a lot. This is the sneaker YouTuber, but he's like, yeah, I've been posting more on Snapchat. Like, go check me on Snapchat. And I'm like, what's the angle here? Because he wasn't doing that
apparently
before.
Snapchat pays super well.
Yeah.
Like, and they have that like sort of TikTok for you page style that
Mhm.
like I wasn't using, but apparently like some content creators that I knew were posting on there, and then like they would ignore it.
Yeah.
And then like in a couple weeks, couple months, they go back and see how much money they made, like without
Yeah.
realizing like this is like a new, not a new platform, but it's just like it's that resurgence. They're like, damn, like Snapchat really wants people to come on here.
Yeah. I've been on the Snapchat wave. A lot of people stopped. A lot of people are like, I don't use it anymore, this and that. And I'm like, I still use mine.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
I like it here and there. Like I'll use it. I just Snapchat like close friends and
yeah,
everything. Like I
yeah.
never like go out of my way to like be like streaks. I only do streaks if it's just like something going on throughout my day. Like I'll never just
Yeah.
send like a streak Snapchat.
I've been sending them well just because it's like an interesting way to like keep in touch with people. Because like
That is true.
people I
Yeah,
wouldn't they're kind of like medium ties. Like people I wouldn't text or
yeah.
people I wouldn't call like regularly, but I'm Snapchatting them regularly. And we don't talk necessarily, but we're still maintaining contact.
Like
So there's a couple
above,
people like
like
that.
above acquaintances, but like not to the point where it's like every day you're gonna hang out with them in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's that's how I've been using it. It's kind of like that medium
that's
in
actually pretty
between the
perfect,
connection.
honestly.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
but I would say if I'm posting a story, it goes to Instagram.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Snapchat's like it has to be something super stupid
I
or
just throw
something
up random stuff. Yeah.
for real.
But anyways, dude. Yeah. Shout
Anyway,
out golf. That's the new thing. I
dude,
think
yeah,
next on the list is Coachella.
dude, yeah,
Man,
Coachella. This is gonna be our first year going to Coachella, which is crazy. We lived in California like all our lives,
dude.
and
Yeah.
we've heard friends go and stuff,
People are
but
going in high school. Even like some people I know in Southern California, like were going to high school. And I was like, that's
that
crazy.
is wild. Yeah, I think if you live down here, it's more accessible. But when we
Yeah.
were in NorCal and Sacramento, it's like, dude, that's like a whole
Yeah.
mission.
Yeah.
And like, I think even in high school and in college, just like seeing those prices, we're like, dude, like that'd be
Yeah.
a
It's a
lot
lot.
to like take out or even ask our parents.
Yeah.
I think now since it's like we've been working for a while, like we can afford it. But this has to be my favorite lineup ever. Like,
Dude, yeah. When I saw it, even our friend Logan who's going with us, we were just like, dude, like this lineup was kind of like handcrafted for Mateo.
dude, yeah, Bad Bunny. Okay, Saturday like is okay. Like I don't know about this K-pop group.
Oh yeah, but what's it? Blackpink.
Yeah, Blackpink. So, but I've hearing rumors that Calvin Harris is gonna play Saturday, so that would definitely make up for Saturday. Uh,
Reggaeton. It's
reggaeton,
not even just Bad Bunny. It's Rosalia too. Like there's
Rosalia,
layers.
Rosalia. Yeah, there's a lot of layers, and then Frank Ocean, bro,
Dude, yeah, that's the big
the
one.
boy.
I know Logan's really excited about that one.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the lineup's cool. Like I think I'll have fun too, but they're not like my
but I
crazy
think
artists for
you've
me.
seen
But
better ones,
what do you mean?
like better lineups. Like there was probably
Oh
previous
yeah,
years
yeah.
where you're like, I'd rather do that one than this one.
Yeah, for me it's more about just the experience of going. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
I've been saying
for the
this too.
one
It's just
time.
like Coachella's like low key like falling off slowly, but it's like just on a slow decline, I feel like.
Yeah,
And I just want to catch and like go before it gets even like worse. And like it just kind of lined up this year, and I'm like, dude, the lineup is good. It's not bad.
it is good.
A lot of
Yeah,
people are kind of brushing off like I don't want to go. The lineup's kind of like And I'm like,
yeah.
I mean,
I could
it's not crazy, but like it's still good.
I could see people going for the slow aspect of Sunday to see Frank Ocean. Because when
Yeah,
was the last time he played? Like people were saying like
so long.
2018, 2019. I don't
Yeah,
know, something like that. Like
rare.
super rare moment, but it's gonna be great. I think all days will be great, and like you said, like it's gonna be the experience. Like we've never
Yeah,
done
the
it, so it's
experience.
like we don't know what to expect. We might do something with Toka there. That's what we're like scheming. Like
Trying to think of ideas.
yeah,
Yeah,
like great marketing like outlets to do there. Like people will just be roaming around. We might have a Toka sticker or like a car just randomly somewhere and might like have some sort of incentive. But
yeah.
we'll be there. We're gonna do the camping,
That's the one thing. Like I had coworkers and friends being like, "You guys are camping? Like what?" And I'm like, "We're still
dude.
young enough. I think we can pull it off." Like I feel like that's the same thing where like Coachella's kind of going down. Like if we were to wait another year, like I feel like we
Yeah,
wouldn't be able to camp because it's just like you have the means to pay a little bit more to get a hotel and whatnot.
100%. Yeah.
But the camping will be interesting, man. Like what's your pro you're thinking of it and your con? Like the
Okay.
one pro, one
So
con.
these are pros and cons I'm hearing from people, and like what I think will definitely be true. The pro is that you're there. You don't
Yeah,
have
you're
to.
really close.
You don't have to Uber. You don't have to worry about like all that mess of like arriving either maybe like a couple minutes late or like an hour late. Like I heard
Yeah,
people wait in line for a couple hours just to like enter.
yeah.
So it's nice to know that we're there. The biggest con I'm hearing is that the noise. Like it's gonna be
Oh,
hard to sleep at night.
yeah. Are
And
you like a light sleeper? I feel like I could fall asleep still, even if it's loud. For the
I'll
most part,
like
depends on how loud
once
it
I'm
is.
asleep, I'll be asleep. But like the process to getting to be asleep, I'm like, dude, there can't be any noise.
Yeah,
AirPod Max with the noise
yeah,
cancellation.
yeah.
But yeah, and then I heard about like showering and whatnot. Like the
That's
lines are
my
heinous.
yeah.
So yeah,
Those are
what about you?
my pro is definitely just like I think the community will be there. Like we're going with close friends. There's only 4 of us right now, I think, which I think is
Yeah,
perfect. Like it's not a crazy big group, and it's not gonna be like someone's going this way, someone's going that way. Like it's just gonna be us kind of
yeah.
sticking together.
And we know other people going, just
Yeah,
not
yeah,
our group. So hopefully like this can be like an incentive to maybe have them come because anyone can come to the park
yeah, yeah.
or to the camping area.
Yeah, so I think that would be cool. It'd be cool, like just memories being made there. But the biggest one for me is just a shower, bro.
Dude,
Because like
yeah.
I'm just a person like where I wake up in the morning and I need a shower. It could be I could be doing nothing at home, but I wake up in the morning and I just need a shower. So like I need to bring like some sort of surf like thing to shower. Maybe I
Yeah,
know
that's
they
what I was
have showers
saying.
there, but I don't want to like wait in the line and like the germs and stuff. Like I don't know how that will go, but I think like a little like spout that I can buy would be
Yeah, dude,
worth it.
I think that'd be worth it for sure. And
But
then
yeah,
like our
and the
little
phone charging is the other thing. Those
dude,
are the
yeah,
those are the other 2 things I'm kind of concerned about. But the portable chargers make that super easy now. So just
porta
the showers
chargers.
and that I think are the main 2 things. But I think that we can overcome
Dude,
those.
I think we can. But I think other than that, like the whole experience should be fun. And like they waited hell long to drop this lineup. There was like a
Yeah,
study, not a study, like showing like past years. Like this was probably the farthest one it took just to
really.
like show and reveal. But
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm excited. I actually had tickets in 2020. I was supposed to go that year, but then it got
And Frank Ocean was there
obviously.
that year
Yeah, I
too.
was supposed to do that. And like Lil Uzi, one of the main reasons I want to go is for Lil Uzi. But then yeah, so I got a refund for that, and now we're going this year. But yeah, Lil Uzi's not on the lineup, so he's still someone I want to see. But it's cool. Like I missed it 2020, but now this year I'm finally crossing it
Yeah,
off.
no,
So
it's gonna be fun. Like we're
let us
gonna
know. Also, just if you have any tips, if people are watching this,
yeah,
or if you put this on reels or something, like if you've gone before and you've camped specifically, like let us know if you have any tips and whatnot for Coachella.
for real. Yeah, no, and it's gonna be a good time. But that's why I heard like the first year we should try camping, and if we
Yeah,
like the experience and want to go back and know what it's gonna entail, we should do the hotel next time.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and we're not too far. We're in San Diego. Like,
yeah,
what is
yeah.
it like? 3 hours?
Something like that. I think like 2.5 to
Yeah.
3. Yeah,
I mean, traffic might be heinous.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's like
We'll
one thing I
see.
hear is like the trip to there. Like it's on a normal day, it's fine, but like when it's Coachella dedicated, like the streets are packed
Yeah,
or highways are packed.
it'll be cool though. I'm excited.
It will be cool. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty exciting for sure.
Shout out.
Dude, yeah. So this is another thing I wanted to bring up was Instagram launching verified
Yeah, man. A
subscriptions,
lot of people
bro.
talking about it.
Dude, yeah, it's kind of that same wave with Twitter because Twitter was doing that too.
Yep. They're just like copying. They hopped on the wave. A lot of people are like, they're just
Dude,
copying
yeah.
what Twitter's doing. I'm like, yeah, I
I don't
guess.
know. I don't know if I would personally like on a personal page would want to do that. Like it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. I think like
It makes it lose its value, to be honest. It's the
it
same thing with like the
does.
Twitter stuff where it's like you can just pay for it. Then like I don't know. There's less like it's kind of just like less incentive.
It's kind of just like showing like yeah, like you're somebody who's taking the time to curate your profile, but it doesn't mean like you have such a huge following, which is fine.
Hmm.
But I feel like a lot of people that do have a sort of course impression and influencer vibe to like influence things.
Yeah.
But like if I'm somebody with like 1,000 followers, I don't know if I would want to. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
It's
It
just
looks
preference at
cool.
that point, I
It looks
guess.
cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't the Twitter one have like a different color?
Yeah, it's different. There's like the yellow ones now and the blue
Yeah.
ones that separate like company, right? Company slash businesses versus like people, I guess. I think is the difference.
Yeah. So
I
I
was
don't
watching
know.
a video about it, and they're just like, I think you have to like scan your ID, which I thought was like cool. Like if you pay and you want to be verified as that person, you need to like scan your real
Yeah,
government
how
ID.
much is
And
it?
then Twitter, you don't have to do that. And I thought that was really interesting. They were like kind of like making fun of Twitter. Like I thought that was their whole point was to make sure that these are real people, but they're not scanning their IDs, but Meta is making you do it. So I thought that was kind of an interesting point. And then another point was that like a lot of people were saying that it's kind of like a cash grab for Meta. They were just like, why are they doing this? Like why do they
Yeah.
need this? Like and why are they charging like blah blah blah? And it was interesting. They were like, is it because Zuckerberg spent too much on like the metaverse and things like that? Like it's just a quick like little like re up because I didn't realize I forgot the number off the top of my head, but they invested so much, like I think billions into this metaverse thing, and like I don't know if it's paying off quite yet. It might pay off in a couple of years, but
It will.
for now, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's paying off. And it's just like they were like kind of like making that aspect of it. I don't know how true that is, but I thought that was an interesting point to make,
I
like
think it's one of
that
those things
wise.
they still have to like trickle into the public because there's a lot of VR users and stuff. I don't know
Yeah,
like how much this metaverse is gonna be like.
but they invest like it was like in the billions, bro. I think of how much they've
My
spent so far on
gosh.
it, and like that's their own segment of Meta. And then I was just like, man, I didn't know like they're pushing,
Yeah.
they're going that hard after
Yeah,
it.
I don't really keep up too much with like what's going on in like the whole metaverse, especially even Web3. Like I want to get better at learning because I know that's the future, but we'll see as things go on.
Yeah,
But
it's a cool idea. Like I've only watched like Cody Code videos. That's my main like knowledge of the metaverse is where he goes in and like pretends to like do, they have like comedy rooms. They have like
yeah, I
you can
saw
be a
that. Didn't
bartender.
he like
It's my
run
only
into his
thing.
like old
His
like
old friend,
his old?
bro,
That
his
was
old
so
coworker,
funny.
like through the metaverse. Like, oh wait, like he was like, Cody, is that you? And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, oh, what's going on? Yeah,
That's
that's the
hella
only
fun.
knowledge I have, so it'll be interesting. A lot of people do VR. Like I don't like Meta is kind of
Yeah,
similar to VR, I guess, but like VR has its own pretty like big community. So I don't know. In due time,
it's
in due
getting there.
time.
It's gonna be like, I don't know. A lot of people say it's gonna be like Ready Player One kind of vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I couldn't even see my parents like wanting to do that.
yeah.
I don't know if I want to yet, but it'd be cool. I just think it's not as easily accessible.
Once the price goes down, it's like yeah, because it's like
Yeah,
it's like buying like an Xbox or a PS5 or
it's
whatever,
like a
whatever. Like
yeah, it's
once
like
the
a
price
console.
gets
It's like a
down,
system.
the barrier to entry gets a little easier. I'm sure like more and more people start doing it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to keeping on tech, I guess we can hop to the emojis.
Dude, yeah. So that's a crazy thing that was announced, I think, this week or like within this month of February that
Mhm.
like for this new update, there's gonna be all these brand new emojis.
What I'm liking them, and it's cool because I told Mateo. I think he sent it earlier this week, and the first thing I saw was the Seek kind of
Yeah.
like symbol is added to it. And I thought that was really cool. Like that's kind of an interesting one to be on there.
Yeah, so let's talk about it's gonna be emoji 15.0 draft list. So it's gonna come with the shaking face, the pink heart, light blue heart, gray heart, donkey, jellyfish, hair pick, and a what'd you say that conda?
Yeah, yeah,
And
Gundam, yeah,
then yeah, which is the symbol of
and the
the sea
Wi-Fi.
faith. The Wi-Fi, yeah. Surprisingly, they didn't have the Wi-Fi
Yeah,
one yet. But I don't know. I would say out of all this, like my favorite might be just like the new heart colors.
yeah. Mine's probably the blue heart pretty quick, and then obviously the
Yeah,
Seek is in one too. Because I was like that's super cool. Like I wonder how
maracas.
they got that influence in there. Because I think there's other ones on there, right? There's like the Muslim Christianity, like in the same purple thing. I think so. It's just interesting to see that there's that representation on there as well.
Yeah, I'm a big fan too of like. Well, I don't know if I like the shaking face one, but I do like when they add more stuff to like the faces to
Mhm.
express like people's emotions. But this one, I don't know, like what kind of usage would you use this one for the shaking face?
Dude,
Just
yeah,
like
I don't
like a
even know.
no? Is that like a no or just like
Is it literally just like
scared?
shook?
Yeah, I don't know.
More
And
like surprised, maybe, I guess.
is this like the hand supposed to be like stop? You
Also,
know,
like
like
high five. Like if you send one person one and the other
oh,
person sends
okay.
one. That's what I don't know. That's what I thought first when I saw it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's a good one for sure.
Dude,
But yeah,
yeah, it's interesting. They keep doing it, and obviously, like the representation is there, so that's pretty cool that they're adding so things and like including more groups and people as well as just fun emojis as
dude,
well.
yeah. Oh, this is a crazy statistic. Okay, so in 20 from 2020 to 2022, they've approved for emoji 13.0 was 117 emojis.
Man,
And then September 2020 for emoji 13.1, 217. Maybe they added on
they
from this
bumped up.
one. Yeah, because
So
it's only
plus
zero point
100.
0.1. Yeah. But then for this one, it's only 31. So
Yeah,
it's a small. So there's other ones that we're not seeing right now, but we'll probably see it when it comes out, whenever that will be.
that's pretty cool though.
That is pretty
Shout out
cool.
Apple, man. They just keep innovating and leading the way, man. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, maybe this is the 31 because maybe they count these as ones.
Okay, yeah,
Like the
different
other, yeah,
shades.
there's other shades of the hand. So, oh, the duck one's kind of cool, actually.
Jellyfish too.
Yeah, the jellyfish is dope. What usage would you have? I
Reminds me
got
of
stung by a
SpongeBob.
jellyfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, no, we thought that was cool. Something we wanted to cover.
Dude, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
The next topic I think was just OBX Outer Banks
Outer
moving from
Banks.
Apple to Netflix. Man, I've been watching a lot more series now. I go through waves where like I strictly watch YouTube or like don't watch anything to where like now I'm locked in all these series. So like
Mm-hmm.
I know you already finished Outer
I
Banks.
did finish Outer Banks. I binged it probably like what is it Sunday? So I finished it Saturday, and it came out what Thursday. So I finished it in 2 days.
Yeah,
3 episodes one day, 3 episodes the other, and I did like 4 yesterday.
yeah.
I just had the
Would you
time.
rate it? I'm only halfway through. I'm only on episode 5,
Yeah, no,
so
I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm
spoil
not
it.
gonna
But
imagine I
it was
did.
good overall.
It is good overall.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think a lot of people are joking about is the CGI
Well,
and just
there's
like the
yeah,
noise
yeah.
effects. It's like, bro, like somebody's getting fired from Netflix or something like that. No, but other than that, like the story's good. Like it keeps up with the first and second season, but like this one's kind of independent, but staying with everything else. They're just like finding ways to like expand it for sure.
Yeah,
And
different
then
take.
And did you see that Netflix event they hosted, like Pogelandia in like Huntington Beach?
No.
So it's like this huge event that they did, and it was just kind of like sponsoring for this season.
Yeah.
And so the whole cast was there, and it
Dang.
was like Lil Baby was there.
What?
Yeah, singing for like this premiere. It was
Shout out
insane.
Pogelandia, bro. It's
For
like a
real.
concert
Yeah.
festival.
So it was like a concert, and it has to do with like they were stranded on this island in the beginning or the first episode. They called it Polandia, and I guess like that's what they named this like whole event
That's
after.
pretty cool. They've been marketing pretty hard. I honestly didn't watch
They
because
did.
you were watching like as it went, right? Like you started it like whenever it came out, I guess.
I started the first season as they were announcing the second season.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
not like from the super beginning, but I knew like the show was doing good. Everybody likes it.
Yeah.
And so this third season, they had, I guess, the marketing for it. So they went all out. Like,
I was seeing all the memes because I only started it. I binged it like maybe 3 weeks ago or a month ago. So like right before the third season came out is when I started it, and it was pretty cool. And then like I've been seeing on YouTube, like they were on I think like Complex, like First Week's Feast, like their favorite snacks and all that. So they had the whole
that's
cast.
pretty
Like,
dope.
they are doing their marketing and press run pretty big.
Dude,
so
let's go. That's pretty dope. Yeah, and then at the event for Netflix, they announced there's gonna be a fourth season.
oh,
So they're renewed for a fourth season.
God,
But
bro. That's heinous.
yeah, no, they're doing pretty good. So
Are you watching anything else really? I just started Last of Us this weekend. That show's really good, man. Dude, episodes
oh
are
wait,
just
you
long.
started it?
Dude, yeah. I'm on I think I'm in the almost done with episode 2.
Okay, is it
So,
worth
like,
the
movies,
start?
dude? Yeah, it's really good. It's really like intense. I didn't expect it to
Okay.
be that intense, but it's pretty intense.
Well,
and,
today's
like,
Sunday,
it's really good.
so the new episode's gonna come out tonight.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like the weekly episodes. Like I watched Bel Air too, like the new Fresh Prince spinoff. I watched it last year.
Isn't it like super like
like
clean and like it's a nice like show? Like it's not like the old
Yeah.
like kind of what would you call that sitcom vibe? It's
yeah,
like,
it's not a sitcom. It's more of like a drama, basically.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, it's kind of a cringy show here and there, but I think like it's shot really well. The acting is all right, but it's shot really well. Like the music is pretty dope. Like it's pretty relevant. Like they use like stuff that we'd actually say. Like they talk like how we normally talk.
Yeah,
They got
like
the slang.
current generation slang.
Yeah, like they have the culture and slang on their side, but it's just interesting. And that comes out weekly because I was like, oh, like let's go, like let me binge this, and it was like only one episode, and I was like, wait, I was like, where's the rest of it, bro?
Okay,
But it's weekly.
Do you like the weekly aspect, or you like the whole drop of the series?
Dude, I kind of like the week. I guess there's pros and cons, but I kind of like the weekly ones, to be honest. I think it's cool.
The weekly does give the incentive to stay with the show, stay with the cast.
It makes you think about it more because like you can ponder on one episode longer and talk about it with people for a little bit longer versus like, yeah, watch the whole thing and like give a quick recap versus like, dude, what do you think is gonna happen next week type of conversation.
Dude, yeah, and the whole week, like on social media, like TikTok, it's just stuff relevant to that episode, and it just creates buzz for the show, but just for the episode. And like, what you have like 8 weeks, 9 weeks of that run for those 9 episodes that you have for that season.
Yeah,
I guess they're introducing that new model where it's like part 1, like for you.
Well, that's another show.
Yeah,
I finished the first half.
I did.
Yeah,
what do you think? It was
good.
okay.
Yeah, I like the new angle. It's definitely like a nice refresh. It's like it reminded me of Pretty Little Liars. Like, have you seen Pretty Little Liars? Like it's like basically like this person's like texting this friend group anonymously and they have no idea who it is and they're kind of like holding things over. It's like literally the same thing.
Okay.
But it's interesting.
I gotta start it.
It's a nice refresher.
Yeah. But what do you think about this part 1, part 2?
Dude,
like we're waiting a month for part 2?
Yeah, it's March 9th is when it comes out, I think.
Yeah.
I just wanted to finish it. Well, it's a show like that, like you're just anxious waiting for it. So that's good. It's like Stranger Things. Like for Stranger Things, I didn't mind it. But for this one, I minded it a little bit more just because I want to like figure it out.
Yeah,
I guess they already like gave it to us a little bit, but I want to see how it ends.
That is true. But yeah, no, I think they have all these models now for like series. But
a lot of people,
I'm a fan of the weekly.
Yeah, a lot of people would like compare Netflix and HBO pretty often, and they're like Netflix kind of pumps out a lot more series and content, whereas HBO takes their time a little bit more with each project, and like HBO just seems to like just dominate Netflix every time. Yeah. I kind of agree, but it's just
like White Lotus.
It's apples and oranges, you know what I mean? Like you go to Netflix for a different thing than you go to HBO for. I feel like.
Yeah,
so it's tough to compare. Like, obviously, their streaming platforms the same, but like it's tough to compare because I think about them differently like that.
Yeah, I see HBO as like, I mean, Netflix has the money compared as well to HBO, but HBO seems like they put more money into the production of things, where it's like nice cinematography. Like
they pitch their shows a little more, like they're more picky. Like they pick 1 or 2 projects, where Netflix might pick 4 or 5.
Dude, yeah, I thought it was like funny because like I don't know what The Last of Us is like, but for like White Lotus and like Euphoria, they expanded and like did so much for their B-rolls.
Yeah,
like they were just like, oh, we're gonna like for White Lotus, they had like a drone go through like all the waves crashing, all these things. Like my dad was like, they're spending more time on the B-roll and the cinematics than like the whole show and the plot, but it kind of adds to it. Like it's great. Yeah.
Do you remember the jet ski scene for some reason? That one was ingrained in my head when in White Lotus where they're both on jet skis riding like kind of towards each other and they're like making the figure eight in the water and it's old drone footage.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was one of my favorite scenes like I've seen in a while. I watched it. I rewinded that like 3 or 4 times. I was like, dude, this is just shot so well.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Very
you're right.
nice.
Apples and oranges, it's just they both have different things going for them.
Yeah,
But I do like the weekly aspect. I think HBO does a good job with that.
yeah.
Netflix kind of like created that whole binge
That was one thing.
drop.
Like that's their thing, so they kind of like should keep it
Yeah.
going. But yeah, you're right. The part one, part two is basically like what
I guess
they're.
that's a new thing, yeah, with Stranger
It's like an
Things.
intermission.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm down to talk about like a Toka update.
Yeah, this is
Like
the
where we
last
are
topic we have. Toka. Obviously, we launched. I don't know. That's a while ago now from episode
this
one.
month.
But
I mean,
yeah,
it's still within the month of February, but
yeah,
I think we're gonna hit like 1 month soon. And we've had a good start. Everything has been good. People have been talking and like we're posting on social media. I think we're taking a different approach to social media right now.
yeah,
um you know I don't think for us like we have the biggest community behind us. We have our followers and stuff for sure, but we kind of wanted to establish the brand and establish like what the product's about, and then we'll get into this kind of fun marketing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like answering a lot of what people's questions were, like, "What is this? How does it work?" type of thing. Instead of like answering it and just like making content that's funny and unrelated, it's kind of just like let's actually like make like content to answer these people's questions, kind of set like a layer of credibility and like this is what it is, this is what you
yeah,
can expect, and then get into like the CapCut videos and like the
yeah, all those funny
funny-ish type of videos.
yeah, just
But
like being
yeah,
relevant with what's going on with stuff. But
I think it's good, and then, honestly, it's cool to see the support. Like, shout out to everyone who like either
dude, for
bought or
real.
followed, or a lot of people ask questions too. Like, dude, I saw you did this. Like, that's cool. Like, blah blah blah. Like, all just random reach outs like that, where it's like, little like, congrats, and it's like, oh, cool. Like,
Dude, yeah,
you know,
yeah, no, just the support is just awesome. And you got to start somewhere. I think we've always
yeah,
mentioned that. So like we're just going, we're gonna try it, and we're gonna see. And like, but so far things are good. Like we have a
definitely,
reason to keep going. So
yeah.
yeah, things are good.
Whenever you get the Shopify notifications, so I know Mateo's kind of like that's his work. He gets more of those here and there, but for me, it's kind of new. So I think it's pretty awesome. Like when it notifies and like
Yeah,
doing the packaging stuff like that. Like that stuff's kind of like fun to me. So it's pretty
it is
cool.
cool. Yeah, that process is fun. Like the whole packaging aspect. Like I liked how we like we dropped off all the packages that we have.
Yeah.
Just like a fun experience.
And
But
we
I
got our
think,
first random order too the other day of like someone like most of the
dude,
orders we
yeah,
came from are kind of like, oh, it's a Mateo's friend or my friend, but like we got our first random one and that was pretty cool too. Being like, oh, we don't know
like,
who
oh,
this person
who is
is, but like
this?
they supported, they bought
Yeah.
one, so
Yeah, so I mean things are going good. We have people who have them in hand, and like I've asked like one of my friends, I was like, how's your experience been with Toka? Like, just kind of trying to find like the user experience, like if there's something bad or good. But like so far everyone has had positive reviews on the
yeah,
product and the packaging. Everyone loves the packaging.
yeah.
But my friend was like, yeah, I used it 3 times today and I made 3 new followers. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but like when you're in person, like
The
compare
conversion's way higher
yeah,
compared to like if you just told someone about it or gave them a normal business card. Like they might pocket the business card or whatever, but like that conversion to like here it is right in front of you, press follow, like that's a real life conversion too.
dude, for real. Yeah, like it's kind of our whole thing is just like kind of diminishing and like lowering the steps.
Steps, yeah.
Like it takes 2 steps for us. It's just tap and then go to the link. That's
Yep.
basically it. So we just think like if you have the information in front of you, you're gonna act on it, and
Hmm.
compared to be like, yeah, like
Give me your card, I'll check it out
yeah,
later.
like we'll get to this when we get to it. But it's like people like having stuff like that. So
Yeah.
satisfaction, instant gratification, just like right there. It's just like that's what this product does for like anyone who's trying to network and whatnot.
Yeah, my cousin had a good point too. She was asking about it. She's like, she texted me. She was like, I think I get it, but I'm gonna have to call you just to make sure I completely understand it. And then she called me the other day, and she had got it. I like, answered some of her questions, and she was like, oh, like, that's super cool. One of the
Hmm.
questions was just like, so like, what link would you recommend I put it on? I was like, oh, you can like change as many times as you want,
Yeah,
and like depends on where you go. And she's like, oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. And then she was just like, I think this would be super cool. She lives in New York. She was like, I think in New York especially, like people would like really like this.
dude. Yeah, yeah. So that's why
Yeah,
I think like a trip to New York would be fun. Like, because those people are just walking by each other, and like I think that's a lot of like
more common to
face to face. Like here, you drive everywhere. Like
yeah,
it's pretty like homebody in a sense in San Diego, but
yeah.
I think like going to like a metropolitan city and like introducing that thing like where there's a lot of face to face interactions.
Yeah, we're going to San Francisco too in March for St.
Yeah,
Patrick's Day, so we'll probably see
we'll
how it
have it
goes
there.
there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, when it comes to links, I forgot who I was talking about this with, but just like kind of yeah, educating them and like letting them know what they can do with it. That's like the most important part. Is just letting them know what they can do.
yeah.
So
Sometimes I overthink. I'm like, yeah, like there's other companies that do it here and there, like this and that, and like I don't know, like you figure like people, you start to assume things, and
mhm.
she was just like, oh, like I never heard of this. Like you're saying there's other stuff out there, but like this is a really like unique idea. That's my
Yeah,
first time hearing about it, and I was like, oh, like no way. So that's also a cool thing. Like like as much as you think people know about it, like there's a lot of people that just don't, and they're just like, "What is this? Like this is super cool."
Yeah, so that's where the education comes into play. Like I think it's just like telling people like how it works, and then we'll just get into the marketing. And I think like we said, like community is what we want to go for.
Yeah,
So
like you
we,
said, word of mouth too. Like a lot of people reach out to me and they're like,
dude,
"Dude, I'd love
yeah,
to talk more about with you about this." And I'm like, "Dude, yeah." Like, and I have to get around to people still and get back to them here and there. Like, set up like actual meetings to like hang out with them or grab a drink or something. But just like talking with it more to people is also another way. Word of
yeah,
mouth.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people ask me about it, and they're like, dude, like it's really cool. Like it's a great concept, and yeah, like hopefully somebody like if you guys want to get your hands on it and try it, and we're just gonna be providing a lot of content that will be
Yeah,
geared around
that's
this.
honestly
But
like the next step. Is like like people are like, well, what are you doing with it now? It's like honestly, everything's set up. It's just like making content and marketing, like having fun. Like now
yeah,
that we've laid out the most of the credibility, now we can get have a little more fun with it.
yeah. And then you're going back, like talking about the competitors. Like I think that's like a great analogy. Like it's like for water, like there's gonna be like
Yeah, you sent me the video this
Aquafina,
morning.
Dasani, and then like there's Liquid Death. Like Liquid Death entered like a super competitive like market, but
Yeah,
it's just like how they sponsor themselves and their whole like emotion appeal. Like anything's possible.
yeah, dude. And
Yeah,
another thing was like Bernard told me this is a side story about Toka though, but Bernard was telling me that like literally at work, his coworkers were trying to order business cards for one of his coworkers, and Bernard stepped in. Shout out to Bernard. He was a Toka
shout
advocate.
out,
He was like, "Oh, before you do that, like check out this company." Like, and he said he like showed them the website and sent him
dude.
the
Let's
link. And he was
go.
like obviously like you might still want the other ones, but like check this out. It's a kind of an investment. Like it's just a quick like it's just a reusable card. Blah blah blah. I thought that was dope. Bernard was like, no promises. Like I don't know if they're gonna move forward with it or not, but he was like, I showed them it, and it was like a perfect like I have this idea for you instead
Yeah.
of that. So I thought that was really cool. So shout
Yeah,
out to
dude,
Brenner.
like even just like mentioning it, like that's perfect. And it's like there's like that
Might
article,
and your company might be old school and like still want the cards, but like that like
100%.
having both is also a pretty cool appeal.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because like who knows, like maybe like right then and there you want to show the website, but as well you want to have the contact information as like me as the person,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But dude, that's like great. Like it takes a little bit to convince somebody to try something new, and
Yeah.
like we understand that. But like even just like telling them and just like having our brand name just be like in their mind for 1 second, that's like worth more than anything.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. It's pretty cool. We'll
cool.
see how the rest of it goes. And yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. So I think with the podcast, we're trying to do bi-weekly.
Yeah, bi-weekly.
Yeah.
And
So
we're
we're
on Thursdays too.
on Thursdays we'll post, and then like, the background might switch and whatnot, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're a
I think the
listener.
main thing is just as long as we're consistent. So like and I think that's a pretty like decent goal.
Yeah. And I think we're going to have topics to talk about. And like today was just kind of like our test run in a sense, like
Yeah.
trying to see what we like talking about. And this was good. I think like everything we talked about was great. It has to do with pop culture and then content creators. So that's kind of like what we're aiming for. Just the whole kind of like community of networking. It goes back to
It's
Token in a sense,
topics. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
topics,
But
good
yeah,
topics
I
for
think it's
sure.
been good. And like I think we had did one episode like in advance, and we were just like, dude, like the topics are already stale. Like, that's one thing, like one challenge that we've like found so far. Is just like you have to film a little bit closer to the date you want to release it because the news cycle and even the pop culture cycle, like it kind of moves fast.
It does
I thought
move
that was one thing
fast.
that was pretty interesting.
100%. Yeah, especially these days. Like, we want stuff quick.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I
cool.
think that wraps it up.
That wraps it up. Thanks, guys, for joining. And if you guys want a token card, tokenetwork.com.
Yeah, check us out and follow us on socials.
100%. All
All
right.
right.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Let me tell you.